This is a Hot Pie Original.
You know, it's one thing to be a homer broadcaster. I mean, but I'm not a fan of that. But it's okay at times. Man, sometimes, I mean, to be even just so far out of the... how far out of common sense this one moment. Nobody's watching. Nobody cares. First of all, it's a preseason football game, and it's the Texans. They're the worst team in the NFL. They are. They're the worst organization in the NFL, I thought. So you're not watching. It doesn't matter to anyone. But I didn't even catch this. I actually know the guy. I know the announcer. He's not a fool. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if it was boredom. I don't know what happened to him. It's laughable, though, what he said during the game.
1-year contracts that are cap friendly put this team in a wonderful position for the future and the present. I don't think I've seen a better job by GM in the last decade or more.
Wait, Jeff, what was that? Okay. It's during the Texans broadcast. There's really not much good you can say about the Texans. There's not. They're awful. Not long ago, I'm sitting there staring at a betting screen in Vegas, and their over-under is 4 wins. Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't think that? Most of you would say you'll take the under. The comment was, they are well... I don't even know the conversation. They're just rambling on. And the comment was, the Texans, are well positioned for today and the future. Who could ever say that? What? There is nobody worse off. You know how bad things are for the Texans? They're trying to hide their quarterback during practice, and he's yelling at people because he's playing on his phone. They're well positioned for today and the future. I don't know if I've seen a better job by a general manager in the past decade. What? Listen closely. He's not kidding when he says it.
1-year contracts that are cap friendly put this team in a wonderful position for the future and the present. I don't think I've seen a better job by GM in the last decade.
No. You can't say anything like that. That's just that's a ridiculous thing to say. They're well positioned for the present. They're not going to win 4 games. How can they be well positioned for the present? What calculation are we using that they're well positioned in the present? Their quarterback may be involved in an extortion case, or maybe putting on a jumpsuit, or they paid a guy $140 million who's not even playing, who's playing on his phone and hiding in the corner. That team is well positioned for today and the future. The only future the organization has is if the quarterback who's playing on his phone and hiding in the corner, who refuses to play, is traded and they can get some picks. Otherwise, they are horribly positioned for today and horribly positioned for the future. They are a horrible organization. I don't know how anyone in any state of mind could say, I mean, that is, fill in whatever Titanic comment you want to make. That's like saying the Titanic is, I was thinking, it's got some good drainage. This thing's going to bounce back. What? Oh, man. I mean, look, you can be a homer and cheer them on or something, but you can't say something like that. They're an awful, awful organization. They just are. That blame where do you want to put the blame? I don't know, but they're not in a good place today. They're not in a good place a month from now, and there's no evidence whatsoever that they're in a good place for the future. And it was said so matter-of-factly. It's like, yeah, I believe him. Huh? What? They're not going to win 4 games. Would someone like to argue with me that that means you're well positioned for today? If they can't win 4 games this year and their quarterback is, who knows? I know he doesn't want to play. I know that he hides in practice, and I know they try to hide him in practice, and he's taking up all their money. So would somebody like to argue that they're well positioned for the future? I'd like to hear that one too. I'd like to hear the evidence that says that their general manager has done the best job in the NFL. You mean better than the team that got Tom Brady and just won the Super Bowl? The general manager of the Texans, whose quarterback is hiding in practice in his car. That general manager is better at his job than, I don't know, the guy running the Tampa Bay Buccaneers who just won the Super Bowl and got the first ballot Hall of Famer. You mean that one? You mean the Texans general manager is better than that guy or that woman or whoever that is? Huh. Oh, boy. Man, what a moment. And yes, somebody caught it. Somebody who's, no one's watching this game. You have a life. You can't do that. I love the article. I just love the way this is written. I love the fact that this person is so bored with life that they're paying that much attention to a Texans game. If you polled fans around the NFL on which team had the worst 2021 offseason, many would likely go with the Houston Texans. Not many. Everyone. Everything they're doing is wrong. Okay? They're not doing anything right. Houston hired a new head coach in David Culley, though many are skeptical of the hiring of a 65-year-old first-time head coach. The Texans made some moves that are questionable in free agency. Of course, there was the situation with the media in training camp. The Texans attempted to end training camp early to prevent the media from being able to watch their practice. Well, that's against the NFL rules. That's how good things are going. That's how the organization that is primed for today and tomorrow is so in such a good spot, they cancel practice so no one can see. Broadcaster Spencer Tillman made a ridiculous comment about the Texans general manager, Nick Caserio. Well, in the middle of this game, here goes Spencer, who I know and is typically not crazy and not dumb.
1-year contracts that are cap friendly put this team in a wonderful position for the future and the present. I don't think I've seen a better job by GM in the last decade or more.
I don't think I've seen a worse job, by the way. We're not even arguing matters of degree. We're arguing this is night and day. They're bad. Horribly bad, horribly run. They're a dumpster fire. That's not even that debatable. I don't even think every time I make the comment, no one ever says, oh man, you're wrong. They're going to turn it around. Nobody even disputes that. I don't even think the quarterback for $140 million who's hiding, who they're hiding, I don't even think he would argue that. You know why he won't play? He won't go out there. You know why? Because they suck. If you want evidence that they're not well positioned for today and not well positioned for the future, ask that quarterback who refuses to go out there because he doesn't want to get hurt. That's how bad they are. Man. Did anyone back in the production booth start laughing? Is it possible I got this wrong? He was joking? He meant that as a joke? Surely somebody has contacted Spencer Tillman and said, Spence, you're kidding, right? Well, of course I was kidding. Everybody knows they suck. Oh, come on. You guys didn't take that seriously, did you? Now if he says that, in fact, I'm going to go with the fact that Spencer Tillman meant that as a total joke, and it's just a big misunderstanding. Even he would say, oh, you can't be that dumb. They're a train wreck. I'm just kidding around because there's nothing better to do, and I just assumed nobody was watching because they suck. John McClellan is the co-founder and creator of Atx Hot Sauce, now in all 50 states and several retail outlets as well. So what we're going to do today is we're going to let this social media rock star chef walk us through 4 different sauces, and then I'll taste, and we'll tell everyone why they should buy. You can give the science behind these, and then I'll make the simple recommendation. Go to atxhotsauce.com. All right,
I don't think anybody's heard the website.
Yeah, I know.
By you, Jeff,
I've never heard
it
that.
is atxhotsauce.com.
I'll say
I got that one right.
45 times, atxhotsauce.com. So let's do it.
I brought 4 flavors here, and we're going to test your palate today.
Okay.
And I only brought 4 because I didn't think you could handle 5 or 6.
Yes,
probably a smart move. Yeah. And so the first one we're going to try here, it's called Beet Heat. And just like the name implies, it has beets in it. It's made with red Fresno peppers. Red Fresnos are red peppers that are they're hotter than a jalapeno and a little bit less than a serrano. So not super hot here, just a lot of really good flavor. So we're going to start with this one, and then we're going to move up the chain.
Okay. I've had the Beet Heat, but okay.
Yeah, we're going to try it though.
It goes well with a cab. All right, Jeff's savoring Beet
I'll
Heat.
even do it with you, so that should be all right. Now remember, it is hot sauce.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's hot sauce. Trust me, man.
Wait,
It's hot sauce.
is that one hot to you?
No. A little.
Yeah. The great thing with the fermentation process is you get a bunch of the flavor right up front.
Yeah.
And then the heat comes, but then it dissipates pretty quickly, especially with the red Fresnos. You know, this is not a very spicy one, but it is a very tasty one. Goes on great on sandwiches.
Beet Heat.
Beet Heat. B-E-E-T. Heat.
All right. Go to atxhotsauce.com.
That's right.
Wow. Guess what poison control has had to do? Have we not? We've been down a similar roll before. Wasn't it? What was the fish tank cleaner that we had to tell? You know, there's so many bad moments during our time with COVID. We had that time where the fish tank cleaner, people were ingesting that, and shockingly, it was killing them. And we had, what else have we had? We've had all sorts of remedies. And none of them seem to work out very well. You know, it really is weird. If you're going to make the effort, here's what I don't understand. These, so Poison Control and the FDA has gone public over the weekend. It's one thing to be that dumb, but if you make the effort, it's not that hard to go get a vaccine right now. It's not, is it? It doesn't seem like it's that hard right now. Done it. I don't know it's as convenient as going out to your barn and taking whatever remedy is there for your cows. But if you go to the feed store, go to your vet, I mean, it doesn't take any more effort to get a vaccine, does it? Yeah, well, here's the problem. Poison Control is claiming that they're having an increase in the number of people. 70% of recent calls have been related to 70% of recent calls are related to ingestion of animal formulations of the anti-parasitic agent from livestock supply centers. What did I just say? I need to point out to you that knuckleheads are taking some prescription drug meant for cows. Why? I mean, why? 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 It is ivermectin, ivermectin. It's a product used to treat roundworms and other parasites in livestock. Okay, so let's do this again. So you are so into your body. You're not going to put anything in that body of yours, that temple. So you're not going to put, that FDA I think today, just approved Pfizer's COVID vaccine. So you're, over this past weekend, you're not about to put that stuff in your body, but you will go and take the medicine for your cow? Huh? What? State of Mississippi. Yeah. The South has become a problem. I'm sorry to say it. It's become kind of a problem. The stupidity stupidity of the South has really become a problem. Can you imagine sitting there? I think that would be a brutal job. I mean, it's an important job. And if you ever had kids at some point in your life, you've freaked out and called poison control, and it's a terrifying experience. And from my experience, they're good at what they do. But can you imagine sitting, if that's what you do for a living and you're answering phone calls, not about some child accidentally drinking something. Adults are taking anti-parasitic medicine for their cows? I'm sorry, ma'am. What? You went out to the barn and took your the cow's medicine for COVID? Yeah. Okay. An alert was issued by healthcare providers in Mississippi and said the state's poison control center received an influx of calls from individuals with potential exposure to ivermectin, a product used to treat roundworms and other parasites, which they had taken to treat or prevent COVID-19. Man, you know what? Trump's inject that Lysol in your lungs thing is a better idea than this, isn't it? Missouri and Mississippi have relatively low vaccination rates, 44% and 37% respectively. I don't know, does ivermectin cure anything else? You got some athlete's foot, herpes, sore throat, allergies. One of the things that poison control is pointing out, among others, I mean, why the effort? That's what I don't get. If your excuse is, I don't feel like going to Walgreens, but you do feel like going to your vet's office? You do feel like going to the barn? The FDA says that animal drugs are often highly concentrated because they are used for large animals like horses and cows. And you better be really fat to have to do this, which can weigh a lot more than humans do, a ton or more. Such high doses can be highly toxic in humans, the FDA says. Oh boy. In some cases, we don't know how these inactive ingredients will affect how ivermectin is absorbed in the human body. Well, we're about to find out. Some dude's lying down in the barn right now.
From the Hot Pie Media Studios in Austin, Texas, it's the Jeff Ward Show. Listen at jeffwardshow.com.